Hello there, this is Marcio Gali, and this is yet another episode of Coding with Agents, or the longer version, Culture Coding with Agents. This is another session, and the idea here is to reflect, to talk about what's going on through these days, the AI-agentic days, and the way that most of the sessions are taken from the real moments of the routine of a developer, a builder. Okay. And today I am editing a project here. Okay. And I caught myself in a situation. So this is what happens. What you see might be a clip of a higher moment of working, right? And is when I realize that something is worth documenting. All right. So what I have here today, okay, that I want to show you is basically I caught myself in a situation here. Um, the context is it's happening more that I when talking with the agent and with this colleague, right? It's an agentic, it's a model or a bot, if you will, and I am here having a conversation meanwhile as I develop something, right? And then it's happening that I keep recording memos, right? The memo, it's kind of a log of a session, what's going on. I think you can make a parallel there with the idea of the when you do a meeting using this modern meeting systems these days, and you see that most of the meeting systems they have an agent that do the meeting minutes, annotating what's going on with the meeting. I think it's happening here as well. That because I'm working with this agent, I feel that this interaction here is a meeting for to some extent, and then there are situations where you want to record what's happening because you're making decisions, you're making changes, but you want also, in addition to that, document some of the ideas happening there, right? So I'm using the memos for that. And by the way, what's a memo? It's something like this. Wait, oh, here's a case, right? Um, in this, no, wait, yeah, I'm yet like having trouble with my camera here, but you see a few memos there, right? Those are markdown files. Uh, Now, here's a situation. That's one thing. It's happening, right? Annotate what's going on in this session. The memo could be comparable. You can compare the idea of the memo with an issue, where like the traditional systems like Bugzilla, online systems, where the you have an issue, a problem, a goal, and the discussion there. And the discussion is the conversation going on as we're trying to solve that issue, right? Now, that's the situation here. So, what's new in this case now? It's more than that because the memo is the context that I'm giving you that is happening more and more. But now, what I have here is a case. I think it's about, by the way, if you consider the issue systems, it's something that happens in many of these issue systems in software development for sure. But in everything else, maybe, right? But everything that uses issues. But the situation that I caught myself so far exactly a few moments ago, okay, let me zoom in there, is, wait, yeah, oops, wait a minute. Yeah, it's trying to capture the results of a test. Okay, it's like the test case that supports the issue. All right, so here's the case. I said, nice, fix it. To document in the memo that I call to, yeah, so I meant to say, nice, fix it. Now, please document in our memo that a call to URL something resulted in an output. So this is a test case, right? And by the way, to give you the context here, is something like this. that because of a development, okay, because of a situation that we solved the problem, I was able to see results, to see the material results there, right? And I want that in the memo. So, right, let us do that then, right? And in this session, so this session can be short and just making the case that besides the memo, but there is an issue, there is a problem that you're solving, and there is the fact that you can write down towards the discussion, the conversation that is part of that issue. Besides that, annotating test case and results and prints and etc. and screenshots, not yet screenshots here, right? I may actually need a screenshot. Actually, by the way, can I do that? Right? But in here, it might be complicated in my case because you see, the memos that I have here, I'm keeping these memos in the directory, right? In this directory. And I don't have an issue system here, right? And I know that there are other, systems for software development and teams in development when they collaborate, and then, properly you have issues, and then you can attach the various sections to the issues and then the prints for sure. Right now, I won't do that because I don't have a place. So maybe I'm really in the point here that I should consider moving to an issue system, right? So I don't have a place to put a screenshot, but still, I found a place to to document the fetch the result of a call, of a given endpoint call. It doesn't really matter, right? But to put the evidence there, to if we are here to focusing in the real point of this conversation, right? Okay, that's it so far. This is mainly the main aspect here in terms of management, very important for us to be aware of. Thank you.